this week.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready? You okay there?
Let's break it out. Let's get this podcast really interesting.
We need to make a pour.
I muted him. There we go.
This episode of the Reppin' the State Line podcast with John, George, and Josh is sponsored by the Brodo Rockstar Group at eXp Realty. The home buying process is stressful, especially when it's your first time. The Brodo Rockstar Group is committed to giving you a stress-free experience while guiding you through the process from getting approved for a loan to getting the keys on closing day. Let their team treat you like a rock star. To book an appointment or to search all available properties in the State Line area, visit buywithbroda.com.
On that note, I saw you just closed the Crystal Lake property that you just put up.
On that note,
It's under contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that note, I also think we need to redo your intro because isn't it something else now?
What do you mean?
Sell the State Line? Or is that not yet?
Well, it's sellingthestateline.com. Yeah,
But
we
that
updated the website.
it points to Buy with Broda.
It will
So you
point.
still
It will
got
point.
it.
Like Buy with Broda is still a hub. It's still
Okay,
there. But
all right.
sellingthestateline.com has myself, has Elizabeth's information, has a bigger bio on it, just a few other tidbits. So you and Elizabeth are isn't there a third person on your team? No, the third person decided that real estate was not
For them.
the career for them right
That's
at this
okay.
moment in life. So
You and
know,
Elizabeth
wish her-
can rock it.
I wish her the best, and we're always looking though. If you're a realtor in town and you want to actually make some money this year, give me a call.
So we got, not to have an elephant in the room, we have a guest on today. We promised it last week we would have a guest today. He's here.
That's probably my fault. Everything lately is my fault, so
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
we're gonna blame you.
Perfect. Like everyone else in my life. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So why don't you introduce our guest, George?
No, you could do it. You have all these notes. I'm gonna let you do it. You do a better
I'm the only
job.
one that does prep.
Yeah.
Well, no. So today I am super excited to have a conversation with Mr. Goodwater himself.
Yes.
But I can never pronounce Butch's last name right. And like the 10
Rosecke.
years I know you.
Risky.
Risky. Oh, I was even
Risky.
wrong.
Risky. It's risky
Yeah,
business
these are-
if you're getting water from anybody other than Butch. I'm
That's
just
correct.
telling you right now. He is not only somebody that I've known for a long time now, admired for a long time, but he also is the reason why I have soft water in my house. I know he's fixed your water here.
Yeah. So
I'm sure he's coming to Josh's sometime soon.
Yeah.
When I buy a new house,
I
I'm
will-
not putting any money into my
I have to give him a
property.
plug. So I had an issue in my house where every drain got to the point where the water was barely trickling through. And we couldn't run like more than one thing at a time or it was a nightmare. And I didn't know what to do. So I said, maybe there's something wrong with the city. So I called my contractor, which is always my reflex to contact
Jeff.
And I'm like, Jeff, what's going on with our water? And he's like, I don't know anything about water. I could fix a pipe if it's broken, but I was like, I don't know. So I asked John actually, and John's like, call Butch.
Call Butch. I just had this issue.
Yep. And I think I texted Butch. It was like on a holiday or on a Sunday, and I was like not expecting any response. Not only did he come over like immediately to take a look at it, next day, replaced, fixed, all installed. Water has never been better. It's probably better than it was the first time. It was all my water softener the entire time.
And we're also going to brag a little more because Butch also has like Mr. Goodwater has like payment plans and you can finance. So it's not like you have to drop a ton of money at once. And that's how I did my system. And I mean, it was perfect.
So anybody,
So welcome, Butch.
yeah,
We'll stop talking about you and let you talk.
Yeah.
I don't have a water softener in my house.
Oh, you're next.
I told you I'm not putting any more money into this house.
Yeah. George has got a ton of chlorine here, and it was eating up the old softener, and all that media bed was collapsing, and it was suffocating his water
Wow.
into the house. And we had to bypass it immediately because it could be catastrophic if it would have break the basket in the bottom. You'd end up getting resin beads through your water heater. Every water using appliance would get plugged up with it.
oh, that would have been atrocious. I'm glad I did act when I acted.
Well, yeah, you want to
No
go
doubt.
as soon as you start feeling a drop in pressure, you should really bypass the system, call the expert.
Dude, I've never had such not hard. I don't want to say hard, but like such good
Water pressure?
since that switch. It's the greatest thing ever. And all of my we did the shower, and I have all those fancy shower heads, and I could never put more than one on at a time or two. I mean, I can run two, but three and forget it. It's like trickling out. Now it's like everything's full speed.
It's like a geyser?
Yeah, I love it. I can actually use my shower.
No soap necessary. Just high power. It takes a layer off. You're good to go.
Yeah. George takes a poop in the morning. He just goes straight to the shower. Doesn't even have
Yeah,
to
it's my
wipe.
personal bidet.
But hey,
He tells
nozzles.
his house to turn it on for him. I'm not going to say because every time I
Please don't.
every time I say a certain name and then turn on the shower, his shower goes on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, don't. Please don't.
Did you know that?
I kind of got the idea when I saw the shades go down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the whole house is automated, so
Yes.
George is a little extra here.
Remember that movie back in the day, Smart House?
Yep.
On Disney? It's George's house.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, the
saw
whole
it.
house is programmed. So it is. I'm a tech guy. I'm a tech geek. I love my technology.
Did you see the new movie IT?
I have not.
You need to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to see it.
All right.
Pierce Brosnan's in it, and it's he has an IT guy in it. He attacks the family through the
Through the automation.
through the smart house.
Speaking
Nice.
of IT, do you ever use your stupid goggles?
Yeah, I use them all the time, but just when I'm home alone. I don't like to.
He's got the full Apple headset
Yes.
thing going now. But he only uses it when no one is here.
I wonder why. Please tell me what you're watching in those goggles.
No, I do my work from the couch. I can just lay there.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
do
right.
all
The
work.
couch.
That's right.
Yes. I need to be George when I grow up. I
No.
can just work with a headset on, lay on the couch.
When you grow up, you're older than me, bro.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
does not mean you're grown up.
It's
Age does not have
Age
nothing
does
to
not-
do with growing
yeah,
up.
Does not
Valid
mean
point.
I'm grown
All
up.
right, Butch, give us your skinny. Tell us all about Mr. Goodwater.
Well, I mean, I do better with specific questions. You want me general?
I'm going to ask
Well, we
you-
know you do
general-
water softeners, but you also do other water.
We do a lot of types of water filtration. What's coming around right now is PFAS, forever chemicals. Finding regulation and equipment that's going to take care of that. We now carry all that. People want clean drinking water. George has high chlorine here, and he wanted that taken out of the water as well. You can put a water softener in it, but you still have heavy chlorine. You're still going to dry your skin. Still have problems with managing your hair. Still have itchy skin. It'll still affect people with eczema. So we're taking
my
care of
daughter had massive eczema. Hasn't really had problems since we replaced it.
Yeah, we take all the chlorine out of the water. You don't want to bathe
Who
it.
knew?
You don't want to breathe it.
Who knew? What
So-
10 years that we wasted with that other idiot that put it in whatever it was, the water softener.
Yeah.
That other company, I shouldn't say idiot. I don't know who it was. It was some company when the house was built.
Yeah.
And word on the street is you did the commercial side get kicked off?
We do a lot of commercial water. We have people that, a lot of factories need high quality water. We put in a system last summer, 14,000 gallon a day reverse osmosis system.
Holy
And
cow.
It's a big unit. It's a big system. So we have aerospace companies that need to wash parts. We do all the demineralization for a lot of those locally. So that's a big part of our business as well. Don't want to give out names, but
Right.
Yeah, if you think about
get
it,
the
water
idea.
is such an important, huge thing.
we have
Everybody has to have clean water.
things have changed exponentially in our area too, because we're now having to test for more things that were not 10 years ago. So a lot of tannins, methane, some algae, and some well applications. We're having more wells. Like a lot of realtors know, a lot of more wells are failing for bacteria issues. It wasn't at the rate it is right now. So there's way more fails. So
Well, I think some of that is we've had a lot of drought. Our water table's way down with the wells. They're not dug deep enough. Now it's bringing up stuff that you weren't catching before.
it's concentrating it for sure.
Yeah.
But there's things leaching into it that wasn't there before. There's a number of subdivisions that their iron content has doubled and some tripled. And then if you have big homes with big plumbing, you need more contact time. So I mean, there's just a lot of little things going on out there.
Sounds like you could go to Flint, Michigan and make a lot of money.
No thanks.
No, not at all.
I'll stay in the state line. How about that?
There you go.
My family's here. I like it here. Good people here.
Yeah.
We've got great customers. So yeah, I'll just stick here.
Well, one of the things I wanted to know from you is, one, how many years are you in business? And then why did you choose water? Of all the things when I'm like, I'm going to go into business, what was the passion about water? That's like my 2-part question right there.
Okay. 33 years ago, I started in the industry. 19 years ago, I started Mr. Goodwater. How I got into it, much like John, I used to be in construction. I was a framer, and it was a cold day, and I had a bottled water guy come to my house that my wife was pregnant. We got clean water for her to drink, and the guy goes, I had him come in the house, it's freezing out. Is anything below 0, we didn't work that day, you didn't have to call. It was like, if it said 0, don't go. So, because we were all outside crew, and it was cold that day, I invited the guy in. They said they were desperately looking for people, kind of told me what they were doing, and went and applied for that at that company, and they hired me.
Awesome.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Worked there for 3.5 years, got recruited to a national franchise, and worked there about 9.5 years, and then started Mr. Goodwater.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mr. Goodwater, based in Belvidere. And if you Google Mr. Goodwater, one of the things that pops up all the time is clean water and clean jokes. And it was an article in the Rockford Register Star just a couple years ago, but your sign every day has different puns, different jokes. So what drives that, and what's your sign say this week?
What type of cheese is not your cheese? Nacho cheese. So
It is just
It's a hot commodity. So
that's
when I met Butch at an event earlier this year, everybody was talking about, how do I get on the billboard?
Yep.
How do I get on the sign?
And a lady that drives by it every day was telling me how she goes, I can't wait to drive by the sign. And I go, how you spell your name? And I had the office put it on right away, and then pass it around the event that we were at. And she's
That's
like,
awesome.
oh my God, that's hilarious. So yeah,
Where's the sign located?
it's on Appleton Road, 596 North Appleton Road, Belvidere, Illinois.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think I know where it's at.
You have no clue.
No, I think I do.
When I first moved here, I lived in Belvidere. I would drive by that sign all the time because I came out of the Hallmark Home subdivision by the Chrysler plant.
Yep.
So I'd take Appleton to get down to that side of State Street if I was heading over to Rockford or something. So,
14,000 cars drive by a day. It's a busy road.
Holy cow.
and that's why everybody wants to get on that sign.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a business in itself.
We do it the culture that we've built is we have, flex scheduling for the guys, but customers need flex scheduling. So we just kind of work with each other and try to make that work out. And then we like to have a fun culture. If you follow us at all on social media, it's a lot of laughs, a lot of crack ups. It's everybody's involved. So it's pretty
That's
fun.
awesome.
It's pretty fun.
That's huge to have that kind of culture at a workplace.
And then one of the other things I know this because this is like a passion of yours. You've been a basketball coach for a long time. Love basketball. Josh coaches as well. He does high school sports.
He's baseball.
So he's baseball. You're a basketball. So I figured like that was a big thing. But what drives you into coaching and doing that? Like Josh talks about it every week. So let's have somebody else talk about their coaching for a change.
Yeah, he didn't have a good week, so we should.
No, he didn't. Hano came back. I told you it was going to be the revenge of Hananiga.
I got tossed. Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I got tossed last Friday, right? No, last
Thursday.
Last Wednesday.
Wednesday
night?
Yeah, I got tossed.
Yeah, 23 years of coaching, never a technical foul.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Well, that's kind of goes in your sales mind, right? You kick the line, you don't cross the line.
The problem is, since I've been coaching high school baseball, I've been tossed twice. And the worst part is, I never actually crossed the line. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Are you
Kinda
saying,
like-
are you saying the
are you-
officials have gotten
Do you want me
weaker
to?
again?
Do you want me to?
Are you talking
No.
about that incident like where the fan yelled at the ump and he tossed the manager? You see that a couple weeks ago in baseball?
So like Wednesday, the umpires that we had didn't know the rules of baseball, and we had an instance where we went up 3-0, went down 7-3, went down 8-3, came back 8-5. They went up 10-5. We came Top of 6th, scored 4 off of a home run, made it 10-9. Top of the 7th, made it 10-10. So we're playing Honeydew, a very close game. And we had 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And our players, not on my call, on their own call, pulled off a hidden ball trick. Right? Where it was a ground ball to first base. Pitcher came around. They called the guy safe at first base, which is fine. Right? I wasn't mad about that. The pitcher put the ball in the first baseman's glove. No one even, like, if you weren't looking at it, you had no clue that he put it in there. The runner got off the base. We tagged him. Would have been 2 outs. And the umpire's like, no, he's safe. I said, why is he safe? Like, and I didn't blow up. It was just, why is he safe? Well, the original play of him at first base made him safe. I said, okay. But then he got off the base and we tagged him. He goes, yeah, but it doesn't matter, coach.
But doesn't the new play not start till the pitcher's on the mound with the ball?
No, there's no time called.
No time called.
Right?
That was my guess.
Yep. And so I just turned around and I go, we just need to know the rules of baseball. That's it. We just need to know the rules of baseball. And he goes, Coach, I know the rules of baseball. You're out.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
That's
And
crazy.
so-
What was the ref's name?
Do you want me to call him out?
Do you know it?
Yeah, I do.
That was kind of my point.
Yeah, Devonta Williams
And
and his partner Gio. They've. I would like to know the stat. There has to be a stat somewhere within high school baseball, right? Because there's an assigner for the umpires on how many guys that crew has tossed out.
Sure.
Because I know of at least 7 people that he has tossed.
Who's the assigner?
I don't know the assigner's name, but yeah,
You need to know that.
but has a signer. So he's at least 7. He kicked out a kid on Hananiga's team and the coach before me and told their coach, it's okay. You can just keep sitting there. Which once you're tossed, you have to leave.
Right.
So
So they tossed the other coach and then let him just sit there?
they tossed the other coach and a player and then let him sit there, and the player just got to go sit next to his mom and dad down the line. And then
I don't know how baseball works for basketball. When I got the head coaching job at Pecatonica, I reached out to the assigner immediately. And I said, here's 2 refs that I have history with. And I used to hire refs for a league that I ran in Belvidere, and I had issue with them as their boss, basically.
Yep.
And I said, this got heated a couple times. I do not want these guys on my court.
yep.
So same assigner assigns some tournaments that we were in, a Christmas tournament. So I contacted him for that. I said, I don't want these guys on my court.
Yep.
And I don't know how that works for assigning for baseball, but for
I'm not sure,
for
but I
basketball.
think our AD has reached out and said, and he flat out told us he's the only reason he takes our games or wants to get our signed our games is because we don't pay through arbiter, we pay through check, and so he gets the money right then and there at the game. Next day we'll have be paid. Arbiter takes a month or so to get paid.
I gotcha.
So he only takes the games that he knows that
he's going to be paid.
he can be paid right away.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But but the whole Nick 10 conference and around has had significant problems with
So what is this?
these 2 gentlemen.
What does this signify now? You guys tied the Nick 10 basically because of
Well, varsity,
right.
because I coach JV.
Okay.
So varsity, Hananiga and Boylan are tied with 1 loss apiece.
Okay.
There's still games. So we play Belvidere North Wednesday and Thursday. Hananiga plays, I think, plays someone else too on Wednesday and Friday. So whatever
Just see
that
what
whatever the
happens.
outcome is, if we win both and they win both, it'll just be a Nick 10 champ.
And how's JV doing?
I think we're gonna end up. There's a 3-way triangle tie between us, Hananiga, and Harlem.
All right.
And it's probably, as long as we win the next 2 games, it's probably gonna how it ends up. But the thing about JV, right, is there's only one Rockford public school that has a JV team, which is Guilford.
Yeah.
And so it's tough. We are 10-8 right now, so 18 games. They say you can play 35. It's just once you get to JV and fresh, it's hard to get games, and when they get rained out, they don't usually get rescheduled, and so you just do what you can do.
Makes sense.
You end up I think
You're
1 week.
more of like a minor league for varsity.
Yeah, and my team, I run my team really strict, and so 6 of my guys, which isn't heard of, 6 of my guys on JV also will go varsity games, either if they need them at that position, whether who's pitching, they'll get called up per game, or whenever we don't have a game, they go to varsity and actually get into the game.
Wow.
And they're all freshmen. So
That's good.
we had 22 freshmen come out. I have 12 kids on my JV team. 10 of them are freshmen.
Wow.
So,
Dang.
So you got a good future ahead of you.
Future's bright.
yeah, and they start, like, when they get called up, they start in the game and actually make an impact. So, but yeah, that's why I got tossed. So then I had to sit out on Saturday. One game.
Never been tossed,
But
not even a tech.
That's
No,
weird.
nothing.
That's weird.
I actually had referees write letters to my AD saying how great I was as far as not complaining and how I just coach our kids.
Right. Now you coach girls basketball, boys basketball, both?
Both.
Okay.
Been ahead for both boys and girls.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
I'm intrigued on how it is going to be coaching girls, because obviously I have Mason, which I coach, my 9-year-old, but then I have 2 little girls, and they're super into sports too. And I'm assuming over the years I'll coach one of their teams, but it's a whole different ball game. Coaching girls versus boys.
So
I never took it that way.
You don't think so?
Coach athletes. You're going to come in structured. You're going to come in. What's their strength? You may adjust your practices based on skill development opposed to game situation.
Right.
So that might be different. So you're going to develop more for basketball. For me, when I coach girls, is more player development. Boys with more strategic. So just the athleticism.
See, I know nothing.
Closes the gap.
I know nothing about basketball.
do you like basketball outside of coaching? Like, are you paying attention to the playoffs?
NBA?
Yeah.
No.
Got it.
College, high school. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm a fan.
I do think it's cool that Caitlin Clark kind of bridged that gap between women's sports.
Yeah,
And
it was
it's-
great.
it's,
I watched it.
Yeah. And
who didn't?
she's even making an impact in the WNBA
Yeah.
as well too. Like, it's,
Love it. So in the
I love it too. It's great.
NIT,
Yeah.
Washington University
Yep.
had a local girl, Peyton Kennedy,
Yep.
big player, senior year for her. They beat a Big Ten team. They beat Minnesota in the final. So that was fun to watch. And the fact that Caitlin Clark was coming through with the NCAA tournament also at the same time, that really gave a lot of interest to the game. Mm-hmm. So even a local girl here, Peyton Kennedy, she got. I watched it. I know a number of other people that did too, and it had an effect on it. You watch the game differently.
Yep.
Like, they're really skilled.
And I know a number of people, they played, I believe, was it Madison, Wisconsin? They played at Wisconsin before the NIT tournament started. And a slew of people that I know from here went up there to watch that game.
Yeah, Peyton's dad played at NIU, and Belvidere graduate. Real good people. Really like them.
That's awesome.
We need to talk about what we did.
Do we?
Yeah.
Did you do much?
This weekend?
Yeah.
It was Mother's Day, of course.
George is.
We had an amazing-
We're in the middle of a great conversation, and George is like, "We got to stay to the script. Let's go."
That's right.
All right, George, how was your Mother's Day?
My Mother's Day was.
Oh, yeah.
So what did you
split.
get? What did you get for Mother's Day?
No, he had a split Mother's Day, remember? He had a
Yes.
split Mother's Day.
No, it turned out so. Update on that. So my mom decided that she was going to Chicago in the morning instead, and went to her church. Get it, fine, but I was planning on spending the morning with her, so I had to change plans, and we did. I ended up. I know this is going to be hard to believe. I ended up grilling and
No.
doing. Yes,
You burnt it all, didn't you?
No, it was amazing. I grilled burgers,
He does not
chicken.
cook.
I did it. We did burgers, chicken. We did barbecue for the moms. They were not allowed to lift a finger, but I had everybody had a hand in it. I was really proud. We went shopping. So we woke up in the morning, went grocery shopping, picked up all the stuff, came back from grocery shopping, and Lily took it upon herself to make the dip, cut the vegetables. Emma did all the fruits, got everything prepped. I did the meats, got everything ready to go. And we waited, put everything in the fridge. And then my wife came back because she was gone overnight. And we took her to, this was kind of cool. I bought her a egg chair for Mother's Day. So she has like a really comfortable chair to sit outdoors and read because she loves to read.
When is Jeff coming to install?
It's already here.
No, I saw the egg chair there. When is Jeff coming to install it?
No, it's only inside because of the weather. Okay. It's already installed. Everything's done.
Okay.
We did it immediately. And then this was the cool part. We did, both Kyle and I took.
Oh, so Kyle cooked.
Nope.
No, that's what I was waiting to see.
No, they didn't come for dinner. We went to Barnes & Noble. And
There's a Barnes and Noble?
yeah, at the mall.
That
It
still exists?
It's still there. Yep.
Yeah, the
wow.
Barnes & Noble. So we went to Barnes & Noble. We took the wives and we
I read audio. I
we
read books on my
timed
tablet.
them. So they had 5 minutes. No, I'm sorry, 3 minutes to browse Barnes & Noble and figure out what they wanted. And then they had 3 minutes to pick up books and shop, basically. And if they couldn't hold the book, they couldn't buy it. And we went and we recorded this, and the whole store was like watching us. It was hysterical. And Missy's apparently has a lot more grasp to her, because Kyle's bill for Missy was like $550. Mine was only $249. I got off pretty easy, and that was
On books?
Yes. So they bought a stack of books a piece, and it was kind of fun. And so yeah, so she got a chair to read in and books, and then I grilled for both. We did all the cleanup, everything, and they enjoyed the day.
Very
It
nice.
was a great Mother's Day. It was awesome.
Good for you.
The weather was perfect.
Super happy for you.
Yeah, it was fun. How about you?
We had baseball weekend in Lake Geneva. So we played Friday night. We played Saturday morning. Went out to lunch on Saturday afternoon. Came home. I bought Kelsey a new bicycle for Mother's Day, and a bunch of flowers. So we went and got the flowers and the bike, and she was super happy. And then Sunday we woke up, got ready, and went to Lake Geneva for Championship Sunday, and got ice cream at Maggie Moo's up there.
Oh, I love that.
Maggie Moo's is incredible. My kids devour that. Oh, geez. I don't know.
It's good stuff.
Superman ice cream, maybe? Something like that. It's multicolored. It's kind of like sherbet, I think. I don't know. They love it. But yeah, and then we came home and just relaxed.
Nice.
There you go.
Butch?
Franchesco's with the wife and her mother, and
Nice.
big family. You cannot beat it. They do a great job there.
Oh, I love
Big fan.
Franchesco's.
Yep, big fan. We're there often enough that Benny's seen me come up and he goes, "Hey, really appreciate you coming out." And I'm like, "You see me all the time."
Yeah.
It's almost like sometimes you're like, I'm here all the time. Like,
Not all the time. It's my second favorite Salamone restaurant. So how's that?
There you go.
Sales North is like my real go-to. So big fan of them guys.
That's the one on Riverside? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Mulford.
Mulford. Yeah.
Where the old Highlander used to be.
yep.
Yep.
They're expanding there now, right?
Big expansion going on there. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah, my parents love Salamone's North. That's their favorite pizza in town. It's a tie between them and Lino's for my parents. I'm a big Massiano's guy. I don't know. I've really liked Massiano's.
Massiano's is good. I have no problem with that. But if I'm going somewhere, like it's funny, you say you were at Franchesco's and talk about Salamone's North. Venice and I went Friday night to dinner at Salamone's in Cherry Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the other location.
And I mean,
Twin brothers. Sales North and Cherry Valley are twin brothers.
Oh, interesting.
Phil and Benny.
and I dirty.
I like how all their names are Phil and Benny.
Phil and Benny. there was Philly. You saw Goodfellas. It's Philly, Betty. There was another Jim. It's just how it is. It's like everybody has the same name. Same thing like my family. It's all Johns or Bills. Everybody in our family, John or Bill, John or Bill. So it's just certain families have family names. But yeah, go there. We get a big pizza, dirty martini. We always sit at the bar area, get a table reserved there, which I almost missed it because I had a showing in Crystal Lake for the barn house I have listed over there. And they came in from Chicago, and I'm like, I should be home by 4:30. So Venice gets a reservation for us at like 6 o'clock. And it was like, okay. I was like, what's your ETA? I said 5:45. I pulled into my driveway. She jumped in, and we shot down there. And I made it in like 18 minutes flat
Nice.
from Roscoe. To
Did you take the highway?
Yeah,
Okay.
You almost have to.
You have to from like to get that. I have to take the highway. There was no way it was happening
For sure.
otherwise.
Cool.
Pulled up. There was a spot right in front, which never happens on a Friday night in Cherry Valley. There was a spot right there. I like drove up. I was like, "You just go in." I was like, "Oh, I'll just park right here."
My wife loves the Fila. What do they call it? Fila. What are those?
Calzone.
No, what are those mugs? Those big Stanley, Fila Stanley, at the place in Cherry Valley. Do you see that? The ice cream place there. It's like really cheap, and you bring your Stanley, and they'll fill it with ice cream. And you can pick whatever flavors you want.
Really?
Yeah. So
Does it have to be a Stanley? Because
Yep, it has to be Stanley. We went down there.
So what happens if you
I've
take
got-
your Mr. Goodwater water jug and you write Stanley on it and you walk in with your big blue thing?
this is Stanley Goodwater.
I'll let you know this afternoon how that works out.
Yeah. No, it's not always. So it's like certain days, and the next one's in June 1st. Phil Stanley.
I know
Saturday.
you've seen that meme where the guy brings the
Yeah.
water jug and writes Stanley on it.
Well,
Do you see the TikTok of the guy that made fun of his wife, and he brings like legitimate huge jug like this of water, comes in from into the kitchen, and she dies laughing. Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
But it was a good weekend.
It was.
Hey, shout out all the moms. You do everything for us. You do our scheduling. You keep our family together. You know, all those good things. So we appreciate you guys all, and
100%.
I hope you guys all had a lovely Mother's Day.
Yeah, well, Venice, Andrew actually cooked brunch for Venice and her mom.
Oh, nice.
So when they came to our
Oh,
house.
so you didn't have to do it? That's nice.
No, I made the eggs at the end because Andrew's like, I don't do eggs. I'm like, okay, no problem. So he did this.
Out of everything he cooks, he doesn't cook eggs.
No, he just doesn't. He doesn't have patience for it. I guess I don't know. So
This is the
he did
easiest thing
bacon. He
of
did
all of them,
sausage. He did this French toast bake.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Had mimosas. I did the mimosas.
Was it
That's
from
what I did.
Gordon Food Service?
No, he made it.
Oh,
From
he
scratch.
made it from scratch. Wow.
So
Look
with,
at him.
with a crumble
Very
top,
cool.
and it was a really good French toast bake, and then he had homemade applesauce. So it was like, you should try with the applesauce. It's like, I don't like applesauce, but everybody else said it was good. So
You don't like applesauce?
no, I don't. Texture thing. I like apple pie. I don't like
you're-
applesauce.
Warm apple pie.
I love
Yes, warm apple pie.
That's part of my favorite is the pierogies, potato pancakes, and applesauce and sour cream. That combo.
I'll do all that except for the applesauce. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't do oatmeal either. It's just a texture thing.
Interesting.
Oh, but I have good water, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
It's important.
very important. Like,
Hey, I ended our Mother's Day on the water. Little sunset cruise in the pontoon boat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
oh, so you own a boat too? Nice. Very cool.
we can work out a deal.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you dock the boat somewhere, or do you just
It's in Lake Mills, Wisconsin.
Oh,
So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you have a home up there, or just
Is it on Rock Lake?
it is on Rock Lake.
I just sold the house back in January on Rock Lake.
You did? Which
Yeah.
one?
The one that's on the inlet, so that always stays at 6 feet deep with the dock there. We, myself and Kathy, I
Is
co-marketed
that
with her.
Elm Point Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just got that one sold. It was really nice. It was January. They closed March 1st.
A lot of local influence up in Lake Mills.
Yes.
interesting?
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite wineries to go to up there, and I know they laugh, I joke about wineries all the time because that's my wife and I, our hobby.
Yeah.
But Lewis Station, right in town there.
Yeah,
Just-
they do
a great job.
They bring in comedy periodically.
Yeah.
We've been there for comedy shows. It's a great little community.
Yeah, it's a great place.
That's
and the
awesome.
Mexican restaurant across from there, that's really good too. After we did our photo shoot, we went for lunch there. Jenny was like, we got to come back because I had Jenny and Linda do photography, and I took the two of them as a thank you for driving up to Lake Mills, to take pictures of this house. And so I took them to lunch.
El Mariachis.
El Mariachis.
Not to change the subject, but did you see?
But you will.
Did you see today? They announced that are we gonna hurt the other Achilles on Monday night now?
What?
Yeah, they announced the Jets are opening Monday night again. September 8th, Monday
gosh
night.
darn Jets.
Gosh darn Jets at San Francisco. So the joke is hopefully his other Achilles.
Well, he
is
won't be
gonna
on the bad turf then in New York.
That
so we'll be
100% true.
Not until week 2.
So
Not till
not
week
till
two.
week 2, exactly. So we'll get at least one game out of him this year.
That was announced today. They announced obviously the Kansas City game yesterday. That the opening game on Thursday is Baltimore at Kansas City Thursday. Then Friday is the game Green Bay down in Brazil, I think. And then Sunday they announced is the Jets 49ers. And Saturday or Sunday night hasn't been announced yet. The rumors are it's going to be Bears at Lions. That'd be a hell of an opener for Sunday night football.
You going to go to it?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm going to every other game. I'm going to enough games this year. I'm going all the way to London. I can't wait. So tomorrow's my real holiday because
He
they
did
announced
that
the
with his
schedule.
points.
Yeah, we talked about that before you got here.
Well,
if you got here a couple minutes
excited
earlier.
about the boat. I got excited about the points. So I got to work something out.
So if you go tomorrow at, I think 7:00, the whole schedule gets released. So tomorrow is.
So tomorrow we're going to figure out what game we're doing this year.
Yep.
For the
All of that.
annual-
I get to plan it all out.
the
So
annual
I've
Reppin'
been
game.
kind of holding back making too many plans in the fall because if there's a game, I'm not doing the other thing. And I did make one booking that I'm praying is not a home game because I'm going to be in Arizona for the
That's
retreat.
right. Josh and I'll take care of that
retreat
for you.
trip in September. So I'm praying that they're on the road that weekend so I can attend and not be pissed.
Do they play Arizona this year?
The Cardinals?
Yeah.
I don't think. Maybe
Can you imagine if it was that same...
that would be sick because they're playing Thursday night, or there's rumors that they're going to be playing that Thursday night. Just don't know where.
So I find this resort place right down in what is it, Key Largo, right? All inclusive resort, like huts on the beach. That's where you stay and all this stuff. And I tell him about this, and he's like, "Well, I can't get points there, so no. You guys should come to this place in Arizona with us." I'm like, "No, the whole purpose is I want palm trees and an ocean. I don't want to have a passport. That's why I'm looking at this place." So
Just get your passport
But
already.
if he can't, why? What's the point?
I just did it. Literally, it took me 2 hours.
Right. I
And
haven't
it's
had a
done.
passport in
So just do it.
almost 20
You,
years.
you know how easy it is now? You go on the website, you literally fill out the form. It goes line by line. And when you're done, it says print. And then it makes a PDF. You print it. And it's all done for you. You sign it. And then you take it to the post office. You get a picture taken. I could tell you where. Take it all to the post office. They ship it for you. All done. That's how hard it is.
That's how hard
Just
it is
do it.
now. Okay.
Just do it. It's $106 for a passport.
Yep.
Well, got to get it before the new, what do they call that? The real IDs kick in next year.
Sorry, I messed you up. All right. Key Largo, huts on the beach. Don't want to get a passport. What else were you going to say?
That's it.
Away
But
versus
won't-
Arizona Cardinals.
He won't go to any resort or anything if he can't book it with points.
No, I didn't say that.
You did. You kind of did.
I can book that. Chase Travel doesn't require points,
Okay.
but that resort you talked about is not available through Chase Travel, which is not. I'm not saying it has to be a chain hotel. What I'm getting at is it doesn't have to be a Hyatt or a Hilton or whatever. If it's bookable through that Chase Travel, which a lot of hotels are, it could be any hotel.
Okay.
You just pick the one place that's literally.
The one place that I want to go to.
The one...
Anyways, the Bears do play on the road at
Get your
Arizona
passport.
this year.
Get my passport.
Yeah.
We don't know when, but
it would be cool if it was that Thursday.
Just to talk over him a little bit.
because I fly in on Thursday.
He did, though. I mean, I'm not worthy half the time. Him with points and helping us out. I did my EXP convention last year in Vegas, 100% with points, travel and hotel. He's got me set up for this year in Miami Beach, travel and hotel. This guy's like, I just do what he tells me to do, and that's it when it comes to that. But
100%.
did somebody ring the bell?
I think your doorbell just get rang.
I don't know because I'm on Do Not Disturb.
Was it ding dong? Somebody doing a ding dong
Let me see.
dash? Do we have an Amazon package?
I don't see anybody out there.
Okay.
Whoever it was didn't stay very long.
Okay.
All good.
Maybe a bird flew into it.
All right, Butch, question for you. At what point in your career did you sit at your desk, right, and think, I made it?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I don't know, man. You've made it.
What's made
Everybody
it?
knows Butch.
What's made it?
Yeah.
Just what in your eyes,
What's
right?
made it?
Like, you know
Yeah,
what?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I've
Fair enough.
we talked about Kyle York earlier, and I've been communicating with him about, how much money can I get, because I want to look at buying other things, other businesses, and I want to take either in our industry would be better, because for me it's accretive, it goes right into what I do, but it could be something that'll be outside of what I do to see the skill sets that I have are transferable to that, and I can accelerate whatever business that I buy. So it's something that I'm excited about. I have 2 kids that I work with. My son's 32. My daughter's 27. They're going nowhere. We're growing. We're going to continue to grow Goodwater, work that together, working on giving them more tasks and responsibilities. They do great. 2 of the hardest workers that we have. They're not, people talk about millennials or giving them a bad rap. They're both hard workers and dedicated. So just parlay what we're doing now and keep going. So made it and not there yet.
I like that.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
So I know you're very big with the Belvidere Chamber of Commerce as well, the Belvidere Area Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
There was a thing you guys did, like a leadership training this year. Can you elaborate a little more on that?
Well,
Because I know you did some presentation and some of that.
Mm-hmm.
so Rockford Chamber puts on a leadership academy every year. It's an
Right.
8-month program. Mr. Goodwater is an anchor sponsor for that,
Okay.
for the Rockford Chamber. The Belvidere Chamber, Amy asked me to come and talk to her about, is there something similar that they could do for Belvidere and Belvidere young leaders, and that would be more aligned with the Boone County area. And so we sat down and put a program together. More her than me. I just gave her some guidance and some things that I like to see done through the program. And then now we're the sponsor for it. My son and daughter both went through the Rockford Chamber Leadership Program. Plus we have another employee that's done it. And I have gone through it as well. But my daughter's in the Rockford program right now as well. Or excuse me, the Belvidere program, Belvidere one right now. So it keeps us. It's just better. It's just better that I like what they've got going on. I like that you get to know what's going on in the community. You get access to, politicians. You get access to local leaders in manufacturing or whatever they've got going on.
That's
So
pretty
I like it.
awesome.
Yeah, big fan.
Something you should do next year. Add to your plate.
I would love to.
It is pretty amazing.
I think I'm going to sign you up.
Let's
Sign
do
me
it.
up.
Let's do
I
it.
think I'm going to sign Josh Cooper up next year.
What's going on? So what's happening this weekend?
I did not look anything up.
Nothing. What is this weekend? Where are we? May 18th. All right. Sorry, I had to just think for a second. I'm going to be in Vegas this weekend.
Of course you are.
So,
On point.
yes. Flying first class.
Running a sports book.
Flying first class. I'm very excited.
What games are we betting on this weekend?
I don't know.
Well, you're going to Vegas, so you got to bet.
Probably NBA playoffs. There's really nothing else. This is the big lull. When the NBA playoffs end, oh God, it's going to be brutal until NFL kicks back
Not
up.
following any hockey.
Or
Hockey-
baseball.
Baseball, I don't like baseball.
You don't bet on
betting.
baseball. Pete Rose. If you don't learn anything, you
No,
don't bet on baseball.
Baseball's really hard to bet on because you don't see the same amount of swings that you do. Like the way I like to bet. I like to do live hedging and betting where if you want to see a bunch of swings throughout the game. And the NBA is the best at that, where one team goes up and then the other team goes way up and then it goes back and forth. You can make a lot of money betting on those kind of games. In baseball, it's like 0-0 forever, and then somebody scores at the end and it's over, or there's a bunch of scoring one-sided and then the other team just never catches up. So to me, it's more like, okay, I could bet on this game, but I have no interest in watching it because it's like, just tell me who won.
Speaking of never catching up, did you see what I tagged you both in on Facebook about the Sox, where it was like a ticket to the game, 2 beers, and a hot dog
Yep.
for $20?
Yep.
Like how
Hey,
bad?
the White
how
Sox
bad
are
are they doing this
winning
year?
right now.
Because
They're pretty bad.
or is nobody going to the
No,
stadium? Is
they're-
that what it is? Like
The
just
last,
trying to
I think they're like 4-6 in the last 6 games or something like that.
no, they're like 14-10. Or
I
something.
just said in their last 6 games. I think they're 4-6.
Which baseball team?
Chicago.
Chicago.
I'm local.
You're just local.
My favorite baseball team right now is the Byron Tigers
Okay.
because I live in Byron, so and then it goes from there. So I'm as local as it gets. People say you have to pick Sox or Cubs. I'm just like, if we could have a Subway Series between them two, that'd be a dream.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
White Sox their record is 12-29, but they're 6-4 in their last 10. They've played winning baseball in the last probably two to 3 weeks, which they started off with 4 wins. So they went from 4 to 12 wins really quickly there.
Yeah.
They had 4 wins for
They're still really bad.
They're bad, but they're not historically bad anymore. Thankfully, they're actually winning some games. But they're the players. So here's a testament to playing as a team and playing as a group. Their general manager went and basically let everybody go that was cancer, traded a bunch of players away, bunch of pitchers, and went to get hardworking, like grinders, I guess is the word you say for it. People that work the count, get on base, defense. Like that's what they're preaching. And it was rough in the beginning. They weren't playing together, but they have figured out how to play together, and they're playing winning baseball now. They're above 500 in the last 2-3 weeks. So we'll see if it sustains or if it's a flash in the pan. But everybody was mocking him and saying, they're cheap and they're terrible. Yeah, they're bad, but that's because they've been bad from the ground up in terms of their minor league system, everything. Their coaching, they're not doing the things that you should be doing to groom players to have teams like Kansas City. Kansas City's killing it right now. And they were a terrible team 2 years ago. Why? Because all of their young guys that they developed, they did it the right way, and now they're starting to play. Like Bobby Witt Jr. and I can't even name half the players on the team, but they're all hit.
You know what I'm intrigued about?
What?
The Shohei Ohtani gambling scandal.
That's pretty cool. Yep.
Do you know about it? Mm-mm. So Shohei Ohtani, biggest name in baseball right now, they claim that his interpreter got caught illegally gambling, but there are money wires from Shohei Ohtani's account for like 300,000, 400,000. I think it came out to like 5 or 6 million, right?
Yeah.
$5 or $6 million for the sports betting last year.
You're letting the interpreter take the fall.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like. It's an ongoing thing.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Because if they find him, he's gonna be banned from baseball for life.
Yeah.
Pete
Rose style.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Pete Rose style. I still think Pete should get into the Hall of Fame.
100%.
Hey, Reggie Bush got his Heisman back, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Put Pete Rose back in there. Let's go.
I agree. 100%.
You heard it here. Butch said first. Put Pete Rose back in the Hall of Fame.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Pete, call me.
So,
I'll lobby for you.
Anything else going on this weekend in this area?
I bet Pete calls me.
Pete?
That's a joke.
Oh. That'd be pretty cool if he did.
Yeah, Friday, gonna go see Cheaap Trick and Hart, Allstate Arena.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you got this weekend?
This weekend?
Showings, wineries, drinking. That's my guess.
I am Saturday. I got golf outing Saturday.
Oh,
I don't
are you
think
in that golf outing?
No.
No.
I don't think I have anything this weekend. I think it's just going to be
You
a
wanna come
nice
to Vegas?
quiet day. No.
I get you flights.
I told you. Vegas is couples trips only.
What?
It's a guy's trip. He won't come on a guy's trip to Vegas.
I won't do
Ask
that.
George what
afraid.
happened last time we went on a guy's trip to Vegas.
I will not talk about that.
Hey,
It was the
happens-
happens. You've seen the movie The Hangover. I'm just not going.
Yeah, I literally woke up after that first night feeling like I was straight out of the movie Hangover. Yes.
From 1991 to 1998, I was in Vegas 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarter for,
never with
for
me.
10 days. I don't need any more solo trips to Vegas.
Never with me, though.
I am totally fine.
You've never gone to Vegas with the machine.
Exactly, and we're not going. I would go. We'll get our wives. The 6 of us will go. That'll be fine. But that's
that's a trip I'll do too. That's
All right,
fun too.
There you go.
We'll go see, but they're gonna want to do all the girly shows, and
That's fine. They could do girly shows and do all that stuff, and we could do other stuff.
there's only one show worth seeing, and you haven't seen it yet
no.
in Vegas.
Was Absent?
Yep, Absinthe, 100% best show in Vegas.
See,
it has been
I've been to
forever.
Vegas a slew of times when I lived in California
Yeah,
for like 36-hour stints, and I don't remember much of them.
Absinthe. I'll give you kind of like a.
Never been to a show.
You looked at me like you never heard of it. So Absinthe is a show that's got. It's a
Do you get to drink absinthe?
no. But the show is in a tent outside of Caesars. So they built like a permanent structure, but it looks like a tent. You go inside, and it is very eclectic in there. They got a stage in the middle, and then you're sitting in like regular fold-up chairs, but they're mismatched. Like it's their little look, like this poor old tent. Like you're sitting around the stage, and they put on some of the best Cirque du Soleil acts like that you'll see, mixed with comedy. That no matter how many times I've seen it, it's always different, and I always leave belly laughing. Like I can almost not breathe throughout the show. That's how funny it is, because it's crude humor. So you have to be in the mood for that. But if that's your style, best show in Vegas.
Speaking of
Hands
funny,
down.
have you guys watched the roast of Tom Brady yet?
Yes.
No,
Have you watched it?
Yes.
It's
so good.
Awesome.
I have not watched it yet. I did though
Awesome.
watch Cat Williams' new special the other night.
All
so.
3 hours of it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nikki Glazer
Oh,
crushed.
dude.
She did.
She crushed.
Bert could not stop belly giggling the entire time.
Yeah.
He was on some stuff.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He was on some stuff.
I just like Tom at the end. He goes, the NFL paid $20 million to supposedly tell me that someone supposedly deflated the footballs. You could just give me the $20 million, and I would have told you I did it myself.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, I thought you were referring to Tom Segura. I was like, wait, he didn't say that. Tom himself. Got
Tom himself. The tension was so strong, you could probably broke glass with your nipples when Belichick came out and Kraft.
Man.
Like,
that when they took the shot, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Belichick.
Well, and then Gronk-
Belichick never took the shot.
He did.
He didn't
Oh,
drink it.
he
He did not
didn't.
drink it. No. I don't know if it was not his brand or what he was after. but
Interesting.
He did not drink it.
But I mean, the fact that he came up there, and the didn't Gronk spike the shot glass after that, and apparently it injured some people
and
in
then he
the
just
crowd.
Nikki Glazer just goes, even me know that not real money.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the.
I saw that.
hers.
I saw that clip.
Oh my!
Yeah, the
it was-
FTX.
All right, I've got. All right, so
All right, there you
I
go.
have my homework assignment. I will watch that before our next episode.
Speaking of
did
which-
you watch the movies I told you to watch?
No, I'm not watching those movies.
Why would you not watch those hockey movies?
Because I'm good.
So he was arguing with us. He's like, the jersey is all padded, so it protects them during a hockey fight, which it doesn't. It's just a jersey.
He tried to tell us that hockey fights are not real things. Pretty much.
No. That's not what I said.
He
You
said that they
bring
weren't as-
hockey fights to the NFL.
Oh no! Here's how it came
No.
up. So the Kelsey brothers,
Yes.
the Kelsey brothers came up with an idea that in every game, each team gets one hockey fight
in the NFL.
in the NFL.
And my argument was that with all the padding that hockey players wear, they're not going to do as much damage as like a UFC fighter that's naked and hitting with bare fists.
Well, no kidding.
So
That was my point. So I don't think that it would ever happen because NFL players don't. They just have shoulder pads. That's it. They I don't think it'll ever be allowed because
they have other padding depending on what positions they play.
Correct.
They have padding on their ribs. They have padding
I'm
on their
just saying,
thighs.
and it's a lot
helmets
harder
on.
to
How could it
land
be
haymakers on
mandatory
ice.
helmets
if there was
off?
one hockey style fight in an NFL game?
All the ratings would shoot through the roof.
Yeah,
I just don't think it'll ever happen because I feel like it's
It'll never
less,
happen.
it'll never happen. That's the point.
it's more dangerous.
The thought of
sounds-
having
I think it's great.
So then
I would
told
love
him,
it,
I
but-
told him he has to go watch Slapshot. He has to watch Goon, and he has to watch, what was the other one I said he needed to watch?
But I didn't say
forget
that
it
they
now.
weren't real. That is you're putting words in my mouth. My argument was that they're first of all, it's very hard to land a solid punch on ice when it's good luck with that. Number one. Number two, all the 90% of those hockey fights are two people holding on each other's jerseys, tugging left and right, and trying to get something in. And
All
then,
right.
and then you're pulling jerseys over.
All right,
the
folks,
faces.
you've heard it here first. George and I, we're going to the ice rink. We're going to lace them up. We're
No.
going to put on jerseys.
You're gonna
and
do a
we're gonna
true hockey
and we're going
fight?
to do a hockey fight.
Yes!
I'm going to show
No.
George.
Yes!
No.
I'm
Yes!
going to show George
I got my money in John.
that you can throw a punch on skates.
It's hard. It's much harder than cleats dug in the ground on an NFL turf. Is my point. It'll be a lot more
I don't know if
dangerous
you're
and a
in-
lot
if
If
easier.
you're a
to really
professional
injure.
hockey player, if you're a professional hockey player, it's nature to you.
Oh yeah, if you're in New York, you might blow out your face and your Achilles at the same time.
I doubt they'll let Daddy Aaron throw any punches.
Grandpa Aaron.
No,
I just
but it
saw
would
your
be
daddy.
fun.
I
Seeing
agree it would be awesome.
Seeing two
but it'll
linemen
never
go
happen.
at it would just be two 400-pound dudes. It almost
That'd
like a
be
sumo
sumo.
wrestling.
I think it would have to be. I think it would have
I
to
would
be.
do that. Yeah, that
It
I
would have
could
to be
go
like
for.
your. It would have to be like your center. That's the only two people that can fight.
If Vince McMahon was, running the NFL,
XFL.
you'd have that.
Where did I see? I saw a video recently about. I don't remember who. Some athlete was going up against sumo wrestlers, and actually got one of them to exit the ring.
Don't know.
Oh no. But on a side note, before we end it, did you see that Kevin Hart compared to anybody next to him? Like he would go to give Gronk like a hug / high five, and he came up to his waist.
Yeah. Kevin Hart's small. He's what do they call? What did he say in the? He's like, I love getting up at 4 a.m. to watch your movies, or should I say, short films?
Wow.
Well, Butch, I really appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for
It was fun.
Thanks for joining us. It has been a
If
blast.
anybody has any water problems, anything that deals with the liquid of H2O, give Mr. Goodwater a call. He will be able to hook you up immensely. And then if you do call and you heard him here on our podcast, say, hey, the Reppin' the State Line boys told me to give you a call.
Yeah.
What phone number is the best way to get a hold of you?
815-544-0800.
Ooh,
All right.
it's like it reminds me of the Empire. Never mind. I won't even.
Are you going to sing the Empire
Nope,
jingle?
I'm not even going to go.
You
there.
know you're from Chicago if you know the jingle.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys. Do all your YouTube podcasty things. Click, share, subscribe, tag, put some comments. Tell us how beautiful Butch looks on the TV or on the whatever, the internet, his voice, whatever you want it to. Just do it
On the interwebs.
in the interwebs, as Nathan Bolin says. And we will see you guys next week for another episode.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
me. Appreciate you guys.
Drink good water.